Hey guys, you're listening to Deep Talk on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM. And I want to ask you guys, how are you doing today? You know, in my line of work, I often come across people who want to live their perfect life, who want to have it all and want to feel comfortable just being them. So how do you do that, right? That's the question that I'm always being asked. How do you do that? How do you live your perfect life? How do you have it all? And how do you become comfortable just being you? The first step, just in my experience, the first step in truly being comfortable just being you, living your perfect life, having it all, the first step is to be willing. Be willing to take the first step, whatever that may look like. You see, willingness is an invitation for possibility to show up in our lives. Willingness is a declaration that no matter what has happened, you're open to creating the life of your dreams. So I want you to take the first step. Sign up for your 30-minute strategy session with me at vasavikumar.com or email me at vasavi@vasavikumar.com. But I want you to remember that willingness is great, and often when you powerfully choose who it is that you want to be, you also got to be willing to do what it takes. You got to be willing to do the work. So once again, email me at vasavi@vasavikumar.com. Go to my website at vasavikumar.com and start receiving, free weekly videos just straight to your inbox. It's called Keeping It Real with Vasavi. It's just me talking to you about all the things that we allow us to stop us along the way. And given that we're talking about doing the work, it's no coincidence that my guest today has dedicated her life to help people stop suffering by showing them a process called the work. My guest today is an author, a speaker, and a spiritual teacher. Her name is Byron Katie. But before Byron Katie was the Byron Katie, she was a mother and a real estate broker back in the 80s who found herself spiraling into a severe depression. I know many of you can relate to that. And in 1986, after nearly 10 years of struggling with depression, alcoholism, suicidal thoughts, and eating disorders, Katie checked herself into a halfway house and rehabilitation center for women. And honestly, it was there that she had a total awakening and became filled with happiness and had clarity and calmness that changed her life forever. So much so that she is determined and committed to spread her message to other people, so for them to really get out of that poopy box of suffering, as I like to call it. And it was there that she realized that the cause of her intense suffering and depression was not about the world around her, but the beliefs that she had about the world. It was all about her perception. It was all about the thoughts, and it was all about the fact that she was choosing to believe those thoughts. So, Katie really wanted to share her realization with others, and she's developed a process of self-inquiry called the work. And I was just talking to Katie before I actually started recording this segment, and I was just telling her, what I love about the work, and we're going to get into it. I promise we're going to get into it. It really boils down to 4 key questions. What I love about the work is that it is unfiltered. It cuts through all the woo-woo, all the kind of fluffy language that we use, and it gets down to who are you in all of this? How can you be responsible? And so Katie's mission and purpose and reason for being on this planet is to help people transform their lives and end their suffering by changing their thoughts about themselves and the world around them. And I bet you're dying to know what those 4 questions are. I'm not going to tell you yet. It's going to be a juicy show, so you don't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere, okay? You guys are listening to Deep Talk on KCMO, Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM.
KCMO Talk Radio 710 and now on FM at 103.7 every weekday afternoon. Mark Levin standing up for your rights.
We don't need lectures by big government utopian statists on constitutional republicanism. And we're going to raise as much damn money as humanly possible. And we are going to create the biggest army as humanly possible. We crush it.
The Mark Levin Show, weekdays 5 to 8 on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and now 103.7 FM. When you're ready to get it right, get KCMO Talk Radio 710 now at 103.7 FM.
I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I'm one out of every 4 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. I'm lucky to grow up where I could be whatever I want. I want to grow up and be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for kids like me. Together, we're Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The kitchen from the 70s.
The hole in the wall.
That orange paint that seemed like a good choice at the time.
All great reasons to call Dalton Brothers Restoration.
Small repairs, framing, decks, remodeling, drywall repairs, and painting, as well as water damage cleanup and more.
Hi, I'm Mike Dalton. Call Dalton Brothers for quality work from a business founded on values of honesty, integrity, and reliability.
Serving Johnson County and the KC area. Dalton Brothers Restoration. Online at DaltonBrosRestoration.com or call 816-616-7667. That's 616-7667.
Cumulus Media Kansas City hosts the Employment and Education Expo October 4th at the Overland Park Convention Center. If you're an employer who wants to recruit employees, or if you represent an educational institution that wants to connect with students, you need to be part of this event. The Employment and Education Expo is being promoted by 7 of the most powerful radio stations in the Kansas City market, and is sure to draw hundreds of people who want to further their careers. For more details, call 913-514-3069 or email mark.sullivan@cumulus.com.
Hey, this is Dr. Axe. Do you want to learn how to lose weight, cleanse, and boost your energy? If so, I'd like to invite you to the Transform Your Body seminar happening August 28th, 7 p.m. at Heartland Chiropractic in Kansas City. I will be discussing how to lose 20 pounds in 30 days, the 3-day detox to boost energy by 300%, and advanced nutrition. Also, I'll have a free food sampling of dark chocolate and raw cheese. Now, tickets are typically $20, but I'm giving away the first 50 tickets for free if you email events@draxe.com today. Again, events@draxe.com today. You can get your tickets for free, or go online and register at draxe.com. That's draxe.com. Just sign up for the Advanced Nutrition and Detox Seminar Tuesday, August 28th. Space is limited. Can't wait to see you there.
Well, here are the keys to your new Honda Accord.
Thanks. By the way...
Yes?
Oh, nothing. It was just nice having so many choices and to get a great deal.
0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers is a great deal. I'm just happy that you're happy. Now, get out of here, you, and don't look back.
Another happily ever after moment. Brought to you by the huge inventory and great deals at the Honda Summer Clearance Event. See dealer for financing details.
Now through Labor Day, come into the Home Depot and get 10% off any appliance priced at $397 or more. That's 10% off trusted brands like GE, Maytag, and LG. So you can spend your extra day baking, braising, washing, spinning, drying, or just cooling off. Labor Day means more time for doing and 10% less spending on great appliance brands. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. U.S. only. See store for details.
Whether for work, fun, or play, life keeps you on your toes. So treat your feet right with BioFeet. If you have health issues related to lymphedema, diabetes, or sports injuries, BioFeet carries top-of-the-line innovative products you need, designed specifically to aid in recovery and provide comfort. From bandages and orthopedic supports to orthotics and compression hosiery, BioFeet will help you put your best foot forward. 97th and Metcalf. Shop online at biofeet.com.
Talkin' Kansas City. KCMO Talk Radio 710, now on FM at 103.7.
Welcome back, guys, and thanks for tuning in to Deep Talk on KCMO, Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM. So I'm so excited that I'm not even going to talk a lot about how awesome my guest is, because I've told you guys, but I want to just share just a little bit more about her. My guest today, Byron Katie, is amazing, and she has one job. If you want to learn more about her, go to thework.com. Right now, she is offering a 9-day school for the work. And for those of you who are wondering, what's the work? We're going to get into it. So you don't want to turn that dial. You want to just sit glued to your radio, because you're going to learn more about it. And if any information that you want about this 9-day school for the work, go to thework.com. Her book, which I absolutely love, is called Loving What Is. You can find it on her website, thework.com, or you can also go to amazon.com. So, like I said, Byron Katie is amazing. She has one job, and that's to teach people how to stop suffering. And the method that she's created is so simple, and it's called The Work. You can So I've told you guys where you can go to thework.com, but I really want to get right into it with Katie. You know, I've been waiting for this interview for weeks now, so I'm beyond thrilled. Welcome, Katie. How are you?
Thank you. It's very good to talk to you one-on-one. This is fun. Thank you, Vasavi.
Oh, no problem, Katie. It's Vasavi. It's like c'est la vie.
Vasavi.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So, Katie, I come across so many people in my coaching practice, and it's quite clear that most people are not truly happy. I mean, and I'm talking about happy in a lasting way, in a way that is so deeply ingrained in every fiber of our bodies. But it's clear that because of the work that you have done, the inquiry that you have been and have implemented in your life, you're happy. But there was a point in your life where you literally lived in hell for a long time.
Oh, it was awful. You know, depression. Any of you that may be listening to this, you know, there is a way out. The depression, it was so suffocating. I was so suicidal. It was like a dark hole in a cave where there was no light to even go to, and it was forever. That's what it seemed like. And I woke up one morning, actually a cockroach crawled over my foot. I was sleeping on the floor because I was so full of self-loathing, I didn't believe I even deserved a bed to sleep in. And so on this morning, as that bug crawled over my foot, I opened my eyes, and, you know, just like you do every morning, I woke up, but I woke up in another way. In that moment, you know, there was no identification. And in just that moment when the mind hit my head, it was like I saw the cause of suffering. I saw that when I believed my thoughts, I suffered, but when I questioned my thoughts, when I didn't believe my thoughts, I didn't suffer. And I've come to see that this is true for every human being. And my work is free on the website. You know, it's like I have all kinds of things for sale, and I want everyone to know you don't need it. It's on my site. It's simple. And anyone with an open mind can do it. And I loved where you started with willingness. That's just, you know, that's such a help when we really want to make sense of this world.
So, Katie, you know, I want to ask what shifted for you. And I know that, you know, a cockroach did crawl over your foot, but I'm assuming that something internally really shifted for you.
It was a huge shift, and let's get it down to where everyone can understand it. And it's like everyone has the opportunity to realize what I realized, and then just to continue to grow. But let's say I'm in the kitchen, and my husband bumps into me, and he doesn't apologize, and he just keeps right on going, and I have stumbled and maybe hit my hip on the counter or something, and I have the thought, he doesn't care about me.
Oh, yeah.
So if everyone listening, you find a situation where you experience he doesn't care about me or she doesn't care about me, someone in your life that doesn't care about you. Okay, so he doesn't care about me. The first questions, there are 4 questions. The first question is it true? And then the answer would be yes or no. So it takes stillness to answer that question because we want to answer out of anger first. But this is about something deeper. It's about your truth because no one else can give you that. And, you know, we're also brainwashed to believe other people. It's like, don't you want to know what you think? You know, to think for yourself. So he doesn't care about you. Is it true? He doesn't care about you. Can you really know that that's true? That's the second question. And the third question, notice how you react, what happens when you believe that thought, the moment you believe that thought. And then you notice maybe a sadness or you became a victim immediately. And he maybe looks at you and maybe you've been punishing him for hours and he doesn't even know why. And maybe you don't even remember and maybe you do. But you're still believing he doesn't care about you. So, and I'll put it on me, he doesn't care about me. So then the fourth question, who would I be living with this man in that moment and right now, living with this man without the thought he doesn't care about me? And then to notice without that thought what's really going on. Maybe I missed something. And then turned around. I invite people to turn the concept to the opposite because the work 4 questions and turnarounds. So turn around, he doesn't care. He does care about me. how could that be true? He bumped into me. I've got all the proof he doesn't care. Okay, find an example. He does care about me. Okay, well, actually, I could see in that fourth question, I could see he wasn't watching where he was going. He was trying to dial a thing on his cell phone. He just was blitzed out. And then I find another example. And then if I find 2, I can find 3. If I find 3, I can find 4. And eventually, I begin to see, things aren't always what I believe them to be. Then another turnaround, I don't care about him. And then I see in that moment, finding examples, how I immediately gave him the look. And how I immediately began to punish, and I've been doing it maybe all day.
So, Katie, I'm actually going to ask if I can be your guinea pig in the third segment.
Can I do just one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Another turnaround, he doesn't care about me. Another turnaround, I don't care about me. Okay, the moment I believed that thought and didn't question it, I wasn't caring about me. It hurts me when I think, when I turn myself into a victim. And I don't care about me when I punish him. Okay, I just want to get all the turnarounds in there, all the opposites.
No, I absolutely love it. And, I wanted to kind of, I know my listeners love when I'm the guinea pig because they actually get to, experience it again. So we're going to do it again in third segment because I have a juicy one for you.
Great.
So let me preface my next question with this. The thoughts that people have are so real to them.
Yes.
And I love
they're so real they create the world.
I know. And
the world as we understand it to be. But, I've come to see that the universe is friendly.
It is.
And it is. And if I don't see it that way, and pain will let me know if I'm not seeing it that way. But if I'm not seeing it that way, it's me that's crazy. It's not the world that's off. It's the way I am viewing the world that's off.
Oh, I love what you just said, Katie. If you're in pain, I'm gonna kind of reframe it. So if you're in pain, that means that you're believing your thoughts.
That's right. If I'm suffering, I need to look to my own head.
Wow. So
no one can make me a victim. That's my job.
So, Katie, I love your job description. It's so simple. It's so clear to teach people how to stop suffering.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How is suffering created?
We believe our thoughts. That's it.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
So,
and I'll say a little more. We believe the thoughts that wouldn't match. It's a friendly universe. In other words, people who believe so deeply in God, and they're so close. Anything that we believe against that kind of divinity goes against our true nature, as what we'll say as God intended us, or as just our true nature. And of course it hurts. We're coming out of a mind that is the opposite of what is kind and what is right and what is our birthright, our freedom.
Okay, so I want to hold on the word freedom for a second. I want to talk about happiness. We throw around the word happiness all the time. And it's so clear, and I may sound biased or patriotic, but I feel like in the Western society, we are always looking for happiness outside of us. What is happiness in your opinion, in your expertise?
I have to say, for me, it's the absence of suffering. I'll settle for that.
Okay, Katie, I got to tell you this. Okay, I'm very close to my father, okay? Yesterday I was talking to my dad, and I said, what's your definition of happiness? He said, absence of unhappiness. That's what he said. So it kind of sounds like the same. So happiness is absence from suffering.
Yeah, and when we're not suffering, that's a really nice state. And I am talking about physically as well as emotionally. It's a really nice place to be. And we're so creative in that, and we have so much energy, and we can make changes that affect the entire world.
You talked about freedom, and we talk about freedom too a lot. And I want to ask you, what is true freedom?
The absence of fear.
Wow, it's so simple. How did you make it so simple?
Well, it had to be simple. I was desperate. It had to be so simple that poor, messed up, agoraphobic, depressed, clinically depressed human being could get it, and it really works. And it's anyone whose mind is open to these 4 questions and turnarounds. It's there for us.
So, Katie,
it's just a state of grace.
State of grace. Katie, I wasn't going to share this on the radio. I wasn't even going to talk about it with you, but I have to now that you've talked about the depression. And I'm assuming you're medication free.
Yes.
Okay, so I
love it.
Yes, and I have to share.
Well, I'm not medication free. I use vegetables and fruits and air and water and walking and that's it. It's enough.
Natural medicine. So I have to share this with you. I just want to be very transparent. For the past 10 years, I was on lithium for bipolar disorder.
Mm-hmm.
And I have brought it down to a very simple equation that for me, bipolar disorder was me believing my thoughts.
Yes.
It was a battle between my ego and my higher consciousness.
That's right.
And I've been off medication for 2 months. It's only been 2 months. I have never felt better. I'm eating more fruits, more vegetables, drinking water like it's my job, outside every day. And we believe our thoughts, so we suffer. And everyone tried to tell me, especially my mom, the doctors, you have this chemical imbalance. And I said, no, I don't. I have a problem called I let my ego run my life.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And also, for your listeners, where my mind's going with this, is it also, how do I react when I believe the thought, for example, he doesn't care about me? Mm-hmm. It throws my chemical balance off.
Wow.
So I am the one, even I'm responsible for that too. I question my thoughts. It levels out again.
So even believing our thoughts changes and transforms our chemical.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Just like fruits, vegetables, or sugar and coffee, on whatever it is you're allergic to that you don't do well with. And, the closer to what is real is where we really do best. I sound like a nutritionist, but I've just, this is just my own experience of, I have just, the clearer our minds get, the choices are just obvious to us. And it's like I say, when I found the work, it's like smoking quit me. Coffee quit me. I didn't quit it, it quit me. It just no longer seems sane. And I would guess that you've done just enough work that you saw the cause of your suffering, and it just all started adding up. And you're just very clear about where suffering, the cause of suffering.
The cool thing about your work, and guys, Katie, on her website, thework.com, I've done all the worksheets, by the way, Katie. I did all of them to prep for this interview just so I wanted to do the work before I interviewed the master of the work. Guys, if you go to her website, thework.com, there are I think about 10 downloadable sheets. You can do them. You can do the work at home. I love that about you, Katie. You've given access to the work.
And it's so much fun for you listeners. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to leave your email address. You don't have to belong to anything. You don't have to have a newsletter. It's just yours. You just print it out. It's yours. And I love, the work takes you back to yourself, and that's where you tap into the wisdom, and it's within you. And the work is like a gateway to it.
So we have just under a minute left. Just, guys, we have, we're gonna go take a break. So you don't want to turn that dial. We're going to go even deeper into the work. Don't forget, Katie does have a 9-day school for the work. Katie, I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about that when we get back from the break.
Good.
Katie has many books that she's written. The one that she really wants you guys to check out, because it really is the crux of her work, is Loving What Is. You can get that on her website, thework.com. You can also get it on Amazon. When we get back, I'm going to be a guinea pig for the work. I'm also going to be asking about staying in our own business. And I don't want to reveal too much yet. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Katie, don't go anywhere yet, okay? We're going to just take a really quick break. Guys, you're listening to Deep Talk on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, I'm going to keep talking to Byron Katie.
KCMO Talk Radio 710 and now at 103.7 FM. The KCMO Morning Show with Greg Knapp.
But either have the law or don't have the law, right? Either enforce it or don't.
Asking the questions you want answered.
Is this a war worth staying in and continuing with this new agreement?
Informative insight for your drive to work.
The government is not going to fix this.
The KCMO Morning Show with Greg Knapp. Weekday mornings from 5 till 9 on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and now on 103.7 FM.
Fox News Radio, I'm Paul Stevens. Tropical Storm Isaac has the Republican National Convention on hold for a day, but there's plenty of pre-convention rhetoric. Mitt Romney on Fox News Sunday touting his record with women.
Look, I'm the guy that was able to get health care for all of the women and men in my state.
Former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm saying the GOP is the wrong choice for women.
You cannot say that there is not activity at the states that has bubbled up that allows women to say, whoa, 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 wait a minute.
Granholm on ABC's This Week. A grizzly first in Alaska's Denali National Park.
A grizzly bear killed a hiker, the first fatal attack in the park's history. The victim was backpacking alone along the Tuklat River Friday afternoon when he was mauled.
Fox Radio Sal Giangrasso, that victim from California. And a key militant commander reportedly killed by an airstrike in Afghanistan by Afghan intelligence. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Your KCMO forecast from KCTV5.
Showers and a few thunderstorms will move east of Kansas City early this afternoon. We'll top out at 81 for a high under mostly cloudy skies. The sun returns on Monday, mostly sunny skies to start out the work week with a high of 88, and a dry, warm stretch of weather is forecast to last throughout the entire week ahead, with 90s returning on Wednesday. I'm KCTV5 meteorologist Tom Walks.
What percentage of accident-related injuries occur in the home? This is Keith Blay with Mr. Remodeler, and I'll have the answer for you in a bit. As we get older, issues with balance, vision, and more severe ailments start to turn our home into a dimly lit obstacle course of things to trip over, slip on, or just plain have trouble reaching or getting out of. I personally have several family members who have found themselves struggling with many challenges of aging they never expected to deal with. However, after installing grab bars, better lighting, and creating a barrier-free home, they found their lives became much safer and more enjoyable. So let Mr. Remodeler remove the obstacle course and make your house a home again. You can get more information on aging-in-place projects at MrRemodeler.com. In Missouri, call 453-3049, Kansas 362-7166, or online at MrRemodeler.com. And the answer is 77% of accident-related injuries occur in our homes, with most of them happening in our bathrooms. Something to think about.
Ladies, how many times have you said, I've nothing to wear? I'm Tom Shane, and while there's nothing I can do about your clothing, there's plenty I can do about your jewelry wardrobe. To start with, Shane Company has fashion-forward bracelets that no other jeweler has, so your look will stand out, whether you're in a pantsuit at the office, in jeans at a barbecue, or in an evening gown at a formal event. We add new styles all the time, including 14-karat gold bracelets with diamonds, natural rubies, or natural sapphires. We also have sterling silver bracelets with cultured pearls or natural black agate stones. See them all at Shane Company, and soon you'll be saying, what should I wear today?
Now you have a friend in the diamond business. Shane Company, a half-mile east of Highway 69 at 135th and Metcalf in the shops at Deer Creek Woods. Open weekdays till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5, online at shaneco.com.
Welcome to the REI Labor Day sale. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're taking the family on sort of an end-of-summer vacation, and I need...
An REI Wheelie Beast rolling duffel?
Exactly. I also wanted...
A pair of Keen Venice H2 sandals?
Yes. But do they come in...
Green. Your favorite color? Yes, they do.
Wow.
We know what you need because we know what you love. Shop REI's Labor Day sale and clearance August 24th through September 3rd and save up to 30% while summer lasts. Visit REI or REI.com. REI. Find out.
Welcome to Move Time Radio, presented by the Arthritis Foundation. And we're smack dab in the middle of our dance-a-thon to fight arthritis pain. Me, I've been grooving for 10 hours straight, baby, but I'm a boogie machine. See, movement is just one of the ways to help fight osteoarthritis pain. Another is weight loss. You get rid of just 1 pound. That's 4 pounds of pressure off each knee. For more information on managing pain, visit fightarthritispain.org. then meet me on the dance floor. This message brought to you by the Arthritis Foundation and the Ad Council.
KCMO Kansas City, Talk Radio 710, and now on FM at 103.7, making it even easier to hear your personalities. This is KCMO.
Welcome back, guys. You're listening to Deep Talk on KCMO, Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM. I am like beyond giddy. I'm like a little kid right now because on the break, I was talking to the beautiful Byron Katie about the work, and she, oh my God, she radiates this stuff. She is a model of the work. And, it's interesting when people want to be evolved and they want to be transformed. And Katie is truly that. And you can tell just in the way she shows up, just in the way she's so fluid. She's like a river just flowing, and she's just so cool about everything. And it's truly because of the work that she's done on herself, the process that she uses with others. I mean, you're such a gift, Katie. And in case you guys missed last segment, Byron Katie, who I'm talking to right now, her sole purpose in life is to help you stop suffering. So I do want to talk about, Katie does have a 9-day in-person school for the work. You're going to be getting to work with her in person for 9 days. What a juicy treat. I'm going to check my calendar to make sure that I can be there. Katie, can you just talk a little bit about that?
Well, I love it. It gives me a chance to be with people, over a period of time. And I'm there from early morning till late at night, and we really get this job done. And we work on, on financials, and we work on fear and terror. We work on the physical body. We work on relationships. We work on oh my gosh, it's like the first 3 years of this experience was really weird for me, and so I really take people through this first 3 years of when I found the work and how I don't know, it just really works, and it shifts lives, and marriages get really, intimate and better than ever. And, I don't want to make any promises here because I can't. People have to answer the questions before it works and tap into that. They have to answer them for themselves, and then their lives shift. So it's always up to each of us as individuals. But I'm there giving everything I've got, and I have an amazing staff of people that come from all over the world. And this really is an international school. It's people from China and India and Germany and and Germany. I mean, I couldn't even leave out a country because it's so multicultural, and we come to see really that there, as we work with our thinking, that there are no new stressful thoughts. And I pass on what I've discovered, which is all of these thoughts and assumptions that we're believing, they're all recycled. And if you look at the oldest stories we have, some of them, like Gilgamesh, which I've been told is the oldest one, it was chiseled on rock, and those the same thoughts we're suffering today are the same ones they were suffering then. So this mythology, we have just not known how to question it. And here it is, now we do. And it's nothing we have to do, but it's certainly there for us. When things get tough, it can really help. It gives each of us an opportunity to get grounded and right with ourselves and see where we're at fault in any way. Recognize it, admit it, make it right where we can, and start over. And in this experience of self-love, which is self-love for me is a term where I'm balanced, I'm right with the world, and I'm left with this in a state of compassion and how can I help? Just a life of service and loving it.
So, guys, Katie, I was so. I really want to come. I just looked it up, guys. It's October 12th through the 21st in LA. Katie, I'm there. My calendar is free, my friend.
Oh, that is so.
I am so there, and
so much fun.
I know you said you don't make any promises, but guys, here's the thing, right? The work works if you allow it to work and you're willing.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
if you're willing to release the crap that you've been holding on to, excuse my French, Katie, but if you're willing to release everything, And there's a beautiful process that you can do it. You have to be willing to let it go. That's the number one step. We talked about that.
Yeah, we've heard be still and know. Well, we ask the questions and wait, and the answer comes, and all we had to do was ask. And we've heard it's the truth that sets us free. Well, it is that truth that is shown to us that sets us free. And we don't have to have it secondhand anymore. It's within each of us, and it is the nature we're born out of before we can. It just makes sense. And like you say, it works.
It works.
And it works if our minds are open to the questions.
So Katie, I want to talk about staying in our own business, right? People love to tell other folks what they need to be doing. You should get a job. You should or shouldn't be married or dating him or her. You should be thinner, etc. How does not staying in our own business cause us to suffer?
Well, it's let's say I'm in California and physically I'm here, and let's say my daughter's in Alaska with my grandchildren, and so I'm talking to you on this interview, but mentally I'm running my daughter's life and my grandchildren's life in Alaska. They can't hear me, they can't see me. It's absolutely doing no good. I'm talking to you, and I'm getting so upset, and, out of touch. So I talk about the three kinds of business. I'm disconnected, I'm separate. So, whose business is it what I am doing? Okay, that's my business. Now, I can handle that. I'm talking to you. Now, life is very simple. Okay, whose business is it what my daughter's doing? Well, whether I like it or not, it's her business. She's in Alaska. I have no power over that. So I've come to see there are only three kinds of business in all of the universe: mine, yours, and God's. So, I stay in my business. God takes care of the weather, etc. And as I've come to see, everything. But in the beginning, it's like the weather, and then on what my daughter thinks, that's her business. So anytime you would feel like lonely or separate, just ask yourself mentally, whose business are you in just now in this moment? And it doesn't mean I'm not going to help people as a loving, caring human being. Why wouldn't I? I'm not crazy. Of course I'm going to help people when they ask, and offer good ideas if their mind is open to it. But I'm just talking about home alone, miserable, unloved, uncared for, et cetera, and then just to notice when anytime you feel lonely, whose business mentally are you in? And just that noticing will bring you right back into your body, right here, right now. And that is where the sense of gratitude takes a life on. It's like I'm sitting here, I'm talking to my friend, I'm supported on this chair I'm sitting in. I look around, I see flowers, I see windows, I see a ceiling wall. I mean, the whole world is here supporting me right here, right now. Whereas prior to that, living in my daughter's business, I was unloved, I was unlistened to, I was separate. I mean, it's the difference, just being present with what is. It's a whole different world, and it's the real one.
So,
and I don't know what my daughter's doing, really.
But it all boils. I mean, and you talk about the shift in perception. It's all because you chose to believe or not believe certain thoughts.
Yes, but we're like asleep. We don't realize we're doing it. We're completely innocent. It's like if someone said, Katie, I don't like you, I would want to know why, because it could be something I could change.
So, guys, I did promise I'd be a guinea pig. So, Katie, okay. I got one question for you before we do that. When I went to your website at thework.com, I downloaded all the sheets and I did the work. And I got to tell you, though, writing it down from mind to paper made a huge difference.
Yes.
But what if someone wanting to do the work doesn't want to write? Can they just kind of ask the questions and turn it around in their head when they have a problem?
Well, they can, but they're really cheating themselves. They could turn it around and find examples for each turnaround. But I would be really cheating myself, because I need these 4 questions to see the cause of my suffering. I believe the thought, so identify the thought And then I question it, and then I turn it around and find examples for the turnarounds. And it's a process I call it's like checkmate. So why not have it all? And then when we're writing it down, it's so cool because we're actually learning to identify the cause of our suffering, the cause of those emotions, and that feeling of separateness and loneliness, and it's just really powerful. Eventually, if we do this just for just a couple of months, even a day, we begin to see that it's like my husband. He wasn't the cause of my suffering. My hip didn't even bruise. It's like what I was believing about my husband, that was the cause of my suffering. So, and also, there's this little $1.99 phone app that we talked about earlier, and it really is good to help us identify what we're thinking in the moment.
So, guys, Katie, I actually want to say a few words about your app. Guys, I just downloaded, I think it's like $1.99 on your iPhone. Mm-hmm. You just search for theworkapp.com. You literally, every time I was having a stressful or anxious thought or a suffering thought, I would type it in. Katie, the app actually takes you through the work. And by the end of it, you're like, all right, I've totally been caught up in my head. Like, you just have a sense of clarity that you did not have before you did the work. So, Katie, we have about 4.5 minutes. So I want to kind of laser through the work.
Okay.
So there are 4 questions. So I guess what you need from me now is my stressful thought, right?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, I'm newly married. There's a lot of junk that's brought on from childhood into your marriage, definitely. So, Katie, one of the thoughts that I have is my husband's name is Ashish. His name means blessing in Sanskrit. And one of the thoughts that I have is Ashish doesn't really care about me.
Okay, so he doesn't care about you. Is that true?
No.
He doesn't care about you. Now, skip the second question, because if you answer yes on the first one, the second one can be valuable. But you sound pretty clear. That's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
So the third question, notice how you react when you believe the thought he doesn't care about you.
I feel empty. I get angry. I feel anxious. I wanna scream. I feel like a loser. I feel lonely.
Okay, now as you're witnessing the images that happen, as you look back on this situation, notice how you treat him when you're feeling that way. Notice how you react when you believe that thought. We begin to attack.
I don't care for him. I do things and say things that would be indicative of me not caring for him.
Yeah. Now, notice as you witness those images, who would you be without the thought?
Who would I be without the thought Ashish doesn't care about me? This is a hard one. It is. Because it's like, I've had this thought for, years.
Yeah. But look at the situation. Where were you standing or sitting when you had that thought? He doesn't care about me.
I told you when I was doing laundry yesterday.
Okay. So you're doing laundry.
I was with my dog. She was just kind of laying with me.
And who would you be without the thought?
I would be present. I'd be happy in my own skin. I would not be seeking. I feel like it's I would be right there in the moment, folding the laundry, watching
which is where you are. Reality. He's not even there to upset you. It's all you.
Who are we without our thoughts then?
There are 2 realities.
Mm-hmm.
I call it first generation reality. I am the woman doing the laundry with a washing machine, just everything being done for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just witnessing the floor holding me and the air I'm breathing and the laundry detergent's there. I mean, there is no problem. Everything I need is there just in this moment.
It's like I'm here, but I'm not here.
Yeah. And then the other reality is, who would I be without those thoughts? It's like our true, it's like it is our essence. It's like the essence of love. But even to say that it's for everyone to experience for themselves. And it's such a kinder world. Just without my thoughts, I even love him. There's no one not to love. And I love myself for not disliking him and for having all of this at my fingertips. I mean, it's, if someone slaps me, people say, Katie, why do you look so happy? Someone just slapped you. And I would say, it's simple. It's over, and I'm not crazy anymore. I'm grateful. It's over. If they slap me again, I'm so grateful. Why? It's over. But if I project that, believe my thoughts about the situation, it comes back and I see that person slapping me. I recreate the pain. I mean, if it's so terrible, why do you continue to do it? Well, why? We're asleep to what we're thinking and believing, and this work wakes us up. And who would I be without the thought? Looking into the eyes of that person and seeing a person that is in terrible pain, because no one would harm another human being if they were not believing their thoughts and totally insane. Of course he would slap me. If I believed what he believed, I would want to slap me too. He's innocent. And now if I hit someone or hurt someone, please do something about me, even if it's prison, because I hurt me when I hurt you. And I'm going to continue to do it as long as I believe my thoughts.
Katie, I want to say thank you. I actually want to have you back on the show. I'll contact you later about that. But, Katie, you are such a gift. I can't wait to be with you in October for 9 days to do the work. Guys, go to thework.com. Katie, thank you so much for being here. I love the way you showed up.
You are so welcome. And don't forget those turnarounds.
Listen, I have your app, okay? And I have all the worksheets. Thank you so much. I'm going to be in touch with you soon, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Guys, don't go anywhere. We've just finished talking about the work. You're listening to Deep Talk on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM.
KCMO is Talk Radio 710, now on FM at 103.7. Weeknights at 8 on new home of the Laura Ingraham Show.
Oh, Ann Curry says, can you stop this? And he moves on to, well, we have redundant systems in place. What does that mean? It means you can't stop these attacks. That's disturbing. What can we conclude from this? That maybe it's time not to demoralize our CIA? I mean, thank goodness for the CIA.
Laura Ingraham, only on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and now 103.7 FM.
Hey, it's Jack, founder of Jack in the Box Restaurants. Let's take a call.
Hey, you're the guy with the new restaurants in town.
Yep. I serve my entire menu all day long, and you can get breakfast anytime.
I checked you out online, and I noticed that you have a giant...
Cheeseburger?
Yes, but also a really wide...
Variety of things. I know. Burgers, tacos, seasoned curly fries...
Actually, I was talking about your big plastic...
Cups? Yep. I put my real ice cream shakes in those.
You have a big head, Jack.
Really? I don't know. I think I'm just confident.
Head to Jack in the Box and get the All-American Jack. It's a no-nonsense burger made with 2 100% beef patties, seasoned while they cook and topped with melting cheese, lettuce, and tomato. You can get it as a combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. But it's only around for a limited time, so try the All-American Jack combo at any participating Jack in the Box restaurant. There are now 5 locations in Kansas City, including one at 119th Street and Lenox Drive. The entire menu is available all day, and they're open 24 hours. Go to meetjackbox.com for more info and a complete list of restaurant locations.
Before buying an engagement ring, the only way you can be certain that you get the best value and also the unique style she's dreaming of is to do your research. So before you come to Shane Company, visit the other jewelers on your list. Check out their selection of rings. See what diamond cut, color, and clarity your money buys there. Look at the fine print in their maintenance agreements. Then come to Shane Company. We have hundreds of unique designs not sold anywhere else. From each lab grade, we handpick every diamond so that you'll get a diamond with more sparkle for your money. You'll save hundreds, even thousands of dollars with our free lifetime warranty. Then you'll know it was worth the drive to Shane Company.
Shane Company, direct diamond importers, a half-mile east of Highway 69 at 135th and Metcalf in the shops at Deer Creek Woods. Open weekdays till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5, online at shaneco.com.
Hey, this is Dr. Axe. Do you want to learn how to lose weight, cleanse, and boost your energy? If so, I'd like to invite you to the Transform Your Body seminar happening August 28th, 7 p.m. at Heartland Chiropractic in Kansas City. I will be discussing how to lose 20 pounds in 30 days, the 3-day detox to boost energy by 300%, and advanced nutrition. Also, I'll have a free food sampling of dark chocolate and raw cheese. Now, tickets are typically $20, but I'm giving away the first 50 tickets for free if you email events@draxe.com today. Again, events@draxe.com today. You can get your tickets for free, or go online and register at draxe.com. That's draxe.com. Just sign up for the Advanced Nutrition and Detox Seminar Tuesday, August 28th. Space is limited. Can't wait to see you there.
People will come. People will definitely come.
Brothers and sisters, keep hope alive. Respond now.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
When running a business, the road to success takes a bit more than relying on faith, hope, and dreams. A solid business plan includes a marketing strategy designed specifically for you. There's a free resource that can help brand your business. CumulusRadio.com. Log on to CumulusRadio.com and find out where to advertise, what to say, and how to say it. You know your business, we know marketing. CumulusRadio.com.
Today's deal. Black Ice Photo Booths. 50% off. Go to sweetjack.com for your events fun photo booth rental with Black Ice Photo Booths.
Sweet Jack, now that's a real sweet deal.
Sweetjack.com.
Kansas City's talk station, Talk Radio 710, and now at 103.7 FM. The biggest names in talk radio, even easier to listen to. AM, FM, and online at KCMOTalkRadio.com. Greg Knapp.
Take the poll right now, KCMOTalkRadio.com. Now that Lance Armstrong says he's done fighting the allegations that he doped during the Tour de France wins, do you think he cheated? KCMOTalkRadio.com.
Guys, we're just about to wrap up this week's Deep Talk on KCMO Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM. I'm Vasavi, and wow, all I have to say is WOW. My guest, Byron Katie. Oh my God, I got to spend some time with her during the commercial break, and she's amazing. I can't even tell you. I'm actually speechless. I'm actually going to have her back on the show. So September 16th, mark your calendar. Her process of inquiry to really stop suffering, The Work. Right? That's the name of her inquiry. It's called The Work. It was absolutely amazing. So go to thework.com. Remember, it's 4 questions. Those 4 questions that you need to be asking yourself when you have a stressful thought. Is it true? Can you absolutely know that it's true? How do you react, and what happens when you believe that thought? And who would you be without this thought? So, next week, I've gotten a lot of feedback about my show, and I know a lot of people want to start meditating, but they don't know how. They don't know why you should do it, and you're not even knowing where to begin. So you don't want to miss next week's guest, Sarah McLean, Hay House author of Soul Centered, Transform Your Life in 8 Weeks with Meditation, and founder of the McLean Meditation Institute. I'm excited because in October, I will be in Sedona for her meditation retreat with my mom and sister. So until next time, guys, I'm here to support you. So check out my website, vasavikumar.com. Download my free Keeping It Real videos, and email me if you have any questions at vasavi@vasavikumar.com. And as always, we have about 30 seconds left. I'm talking a mile a minute. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you for always listening in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for, in whatever way that you're able to, doing the work in your life. You're listening to Deep Talk. I'm Vasavi Kumar. This is KCMO Talk Radio 710 and 103.7 FM. And please remember, be kind to yourself. Thank you.